Hello everyone, thank you for joining me on this final episode of the Beginner's Guide to Mindfulness. In the last video, we talked about how to cultivate a deeper level of awareness for our thoughts and emotions through practicing informally and formally. I believe it's really important to practice both on a daily basis. For most of us, we might only be able to invest about 10 minutes a day for our formal meditation. So it really pays to be mindful as we go about the rest of our day. So let's look at how we can incorporate mindfulness into our everyday life. One, we can pause and observe our breath often. Our breath is a really powerful tool that we can use to regulate our nervous system by activating our rest and digest mode. So be aware and fully aware of every inhalation and every exhalation. Secondly, mindful listening. When we are engaged in a conversation, are we mindfully and fully listening to what the other person is saying, or are we in our mind somewhere else? Thirdly is to eat and drink slowly without distractions. Distractions like our phone, scrolling through social media, or watching a film or TV as we are eating. And another great way to bring mindfulness in is by journaling. I find it really helpful to be able to download my thoughts onto paper, where I can write without filter, without judgment. It doesn't have to be read by anyone except me. I also find that it sometimes, or rather it often, reveals my thought patterns and also solutions to challenges or issues that I may be facing. Another way to bring in mindfulness is to focus on the task that you are working on. Very often we tend to be encouraged by our society to multitask. So try just focusing on that one task that you are doing and do it well. I find spending time in nature helps us to be more present and to connect us to our external environment, and to connect to the present moment more easily. Being in nature also helps us to relax, to feel more grounded. We live in a world where life is really busy, where we are encouraged to do more and be more. So I find that it helps to actually spend time daily to relax and to rest our bodies. And so that we can allow the stress that's accumulated in our body to dissipate and to be able to move through. Did you know that on average, the human has about 60,000 thoughts a day? Research have also shown that 80% of these thoughts are typically critical, judgmental, random, repetitive, and mainly in the past or in the future. So many of you will probably agree that some of these thoughts are really unhelpful and judgmental. So when these thoughts arises, it's really helpful when we are aware, so that we can choose not to believe these thoughts or to even engage with these sometimes negative thoughts. This next practice that I'm going to guide you through is designed to train us to be able to watch our thoughts as it arises, as it comes and goes. Imagine every thought is like a train carriage and you're standing at the platform, and that you can choose not to jump into every single carriage. So like every thought that comes into our mind, we can choose not to engage and just allow it to pass. So when you're ready, let's find your comfortable seated position, or feel free to lie down, just coming into any position that works for you. And just coming to close down your eyes or looking down, gazing down if you prefer not to close your eyes. Make sure you're completely comfortable. And just beginning to listen for the sounds around you. Without needing to label the sounds, just simply noticing, allowing your awareness to just jump on from sound to sound. And then beginning to relax your body, relax your shoulders, relax your hands, relax your neck, your facial muscles. And just allowing your body to feel this sense of heaviness. Even with this sense of heaviness, you feel fully supported from the ground or the chair. And then beginning to be aware of your breathing. So we're not trying to change the rhythm of your breath here. We're not trying to change anything. And just noticing the sensations of your breath. Noticing the motion and the movement of your breath. And in front of your closed eyes, you might be able to notice muted shapes and sounds. Now in your mind's eye, just imagining a blue sky. Imagining a clear, bright blue sky. And just allowing any thoughts to enter your mind. Imagining that every thought is like a white fluffy cloud in that blue sky. And also just allowing the thoughts like clouds just passing through. And to begin with, you might notice that nothing is coming into your mind. And just notice that too. As we give it time, a thought will almost surely begin to creep into your mind. And just allow your focus to be on that blue sky in your mind's eye. And also just allowing any thoughts to come and go. have thoughts like my nose is itchy, my legs are going numb, I'm not very comfortable. What should I have to eat? Just allow any thoughts like that to just come in and out. We're not judging, we're not filtering. We're just simply noticing as they come. Practice here is for us to be aware of the thoughts, training us to be aware and be able to see or witness these thoughts, and to refrain from engaging with these thoughts. And just know that it also is really normal to be engaged into these thoughts in the beginning. It might feel like straight away you have engaged or jump into that train carriage. These things takes time and practice. So just coming back to that blue sky and start again as you notice the thoughts, and practice refraining from engaging with those thoughts. And when you're ready, just slowly coming back into the room, opening your eyes. I hope that this Beginner's Guide to Mindfulness series has been useful to you. This is really just a taste, and I really hope that you will continue to learn and practice this ancient practice that has stood the test of time. I would love to hear from you if you have any questions or any feedback at all. And thank you for joining me in these 3 weeks. Thank you and namaste.